Oh my days. This is crazy. What the hell is going on in the world? This is like the only assassination attempt that we have witnessed, our generation. Or actually was it a prime minister got assassinated a while back? Was it a Japanese prime minister or something? I'm sure you've all seen, guys. Woke up to the news that Trump had an assassination attempt happen. Oh, I can't even get my words together. So I felt like obliged to cover this situation because this is a part of history right here. And I know my channel is a fighting YouTube channel, but so what? If I feel compelled to talk about something, I'm going to talk about it. Let's just actually watch what happens. YouTube, please do not age restrict this video because the videos that I am covering, none of them are age restricted. So why would you age restrict mine when the content itself is not age restricted that we're looking at? Right, so here's what happened.
So that arrow is the lowest amount of illegal immigration ever in recorded history into our country. And then the worst president in the history of our country took over. And look what happened to our country. Probably 20 million people. And you know, that's a little bit old, that chart. That chart's a couple of months old. And if you want to really see something that's said, take a look at what happened.
Makes me sick. Crazy. You still hear the shots.
Move to spare. Hold. When you're ready. On you.
Ready?
Move. Move.
Go. Hawkeye's
Yeah,
the crowd has been screaming. They are standing by. You can hear some voices there saying, "Are we ready to go? Are we ready to go?" We are looking at President Trump. This does not look good. I'm going to be honest with you. From what we can see right here, it looks like they are attempting to move him out, that he may have been injured. He is holding up his arm. He is pumping his fist, but clearly Secret Service wants to get him out of this situation.
It gives me goosebumps when I watch it. There's a few things I want to go through today. Right, there's this article right here, all the updates on President Trump and basically what happened. Also, don't be saying in the comments, this is staged, this is staged. Absolute ridiculous statement. People are literally dead and in critical condition after this event. Then 7:34, unconfirmed. A bullet may be lodged in President Trump's skull. I don't think this is true anymore. Trump is now confirmed to be okay. At 7:40, the shooter is dead. An innocent bystander in the crowd is also confirmed dead. And then if we go through, I can't really play this video. I'll leave the link to this article below. But this is a video of the paramedics, the EMTs, pulling the dead person from the crowd. And you just see his body's all floppy. It's horrible, man. And then there was this tweet as well. We'll dive into this in a minute. Biden told donors on a private call this afternoon, it's time to put Trump in the bullseye. Now, anything can be taken out of context. This stuff can get misconstrued and conspiracy theories are already starting to pop up. This was a bit of a SHIT show. Was all over the place. The Secret Service were all over the place. Apparently, loads of the Secret Service have been hired on diversity quota hires, so not based on the best man for the job, but based on, are you a woman? Are you a person of colour? Are you a part of the LGBT community? All that crap. So the Secret Service were all over the place. But we're going to get conspiracy theories popping up everywhere with this. Yeah, so this is where they've seen him. Right here, so is that his body actually? I'll have to blur that. And then there's a picture of Trump right there with the blood on. Yeah, and there's the blood on the seats from the audience. Right, now check this out.
And watch and listen to the rally, right? We couldn't see him, but we could hear him. So we walked up, and probably 5 to 7 minutes of Trump speaking. I'm estimating here, I have no idea, But we noticed a guy crawling, bear crawling up the roof of the building beside us, 50 50 feet away from us. So we're standing there, and, we're pointing at the guy crawling up the roof.
And he had a gun, right?
He had a rifle.
A rifle.
We could clearly see him with a rifle. Absolutely. We're pointing at him. The police are down there running around on the ground. We're like, hey, man, there's a guy on the roof with a rifle. And the police were like, huh, what? Like they didn't know what was going on. We're like, hey, right here on the roof. We can see him from right here. We see him. He's crawling. Next thing you know, I'm thinking to myself, why is Trump still speaking? Why have they not pulled him off the stage? I'm standing there pointing at him for, 2-3 minutes. Secret Service is looking at us from the top of the barn. I'm pointing at that roof, just standing there like this. And next thing you know, 5 shots ring out.
So you're certain that the shots came from that guy on the roof?
100%. 100%.
And he was up there for a couple of minutes.
He was up there.
You saw him up there for a couple of minutes.
Absolutely. At least 3 to 4 minutes.
And you were telling the police and the Secret Service.
We were telling the police. We were pointing at him for the Secret Service, who were looking at us from the top of the barn. They were looking at us the whole time when we were standing by that tree.
Could they see
binoculars?
Him? Could they see him?
Probably not, because the roof, the way the slope went, he was behind where they could see. But why is there not Secret Service on all of these roofs here?
Yeah.
This is not a big place.
Did you see, obviously everyone, when the shooting started, everyone was very panicked. Did you see what happened to him at all?
Oh yeah, they blew his head off.
Okay, sorry.
Secret Service blew his head off.
Okay, just be careful because
he said Secret Service blew his head off. Anyway, you get the picture there. So that's just the body again. Now this as well, it might have been a case of Trump getting hit twice because there was a bullet hole there. Now, I don't know if the presidents themselves wear bulletproof vests. Surely they must have some sort of protection. I've seen Biden talk before and he said the President Trump is doing okay. So I presume he's okay. This is crazy. So this is where Trump was actually speaking right here. And this was the roof that he was on. And he climbed up there. I'll show you the video breaking it down now. How the hell was there such an oversight like this? And that's where all the conspiracy theories are popping up, saying that this was a deliberate attempt, organised attempt on Trump's life, and there was a lot of people in on it, and the Secret Service were in on it. If I had to put money on it, I wouldn't say is the case. I do believe, though, the Secret Service dropped the ball on this one. Look at him, he was right there. And then, this is actually President Trump tweeting, damn, I want to thank the United States Secret Service and all the law enforcement for their rapid response on shooting that just took place in Butler, Pennsylvania. Most importantly, I want to extend my condolences to the family of the person at the rally who was killed and also to the family of the other person that was badly injured. It is incredible that such an act can take place in our country. Nothing is known at this time about the shooter, who is now dead. I was shot at with a bullet that pierced the upper part of my right ear. How lucky was Trump not getting shot in the head? That's insane. I knew immediately that something was wrong when I heard a whizzing sound, shots, and I immediately felt the bullet ripping through the skin. Much bleeding took place, so I realised then what's happening. God bless America. God bless Trump as well for putting this out and giving his condolences to the family of the people who did die when he himself was the one who got shot at as well. When you think about it, right, Trump was pointing this way because he was pointing to some sort of screen or presentation, I'm not too sure, but the shooter was here and aiming for his head there, and it was only the simple fact that Trump turned his head that the bullet basically scraped his ear and cut his ear. If Trump wouldn't have turned his head at that very moment, we could have been waking up to the news that President Trump had been assassinated. Freaking mad. It's just crazy, isn't it? I know it seems like I'm a little bit shut up by this, but it's just, I think the internet can sometimes be a bit surreal. You've got a detachment from things. You're scrolling on TikTok. 1 minute you're looking at funny cat videos. You're on YouTube and you're watching a fight video on my channel. And the next thing you're seeing this and you're going, oh, yeah, oh, wow, that's mad, that. And then you move on and you go about your day. But when you really soak this in, it's crazy. Imagine being Trump in that position, feeling the bullet. It would have probably felt like a sharp sting or something. I mean, maybe it didn't even hurt initially. When stuff like this happens and you've got the adrenaline flowing through your body and it's so fast, the shot, you could probably just interpret that as maybe someone's threw something at me. And you see when he gets shot, he goes, ooh, as if, what was that? And then it's not until you hear the pow, 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 the popping sounds, that's when he gets down then. To be Trump in that moment, it must be extremely scary. And I mean, I'm not getting political, but when Democrats don't get their way, they get dangerous. Yeah. Moving on, this Wall Street Journal News put together a really good, just under 2-minute video about how it went down and basically where the shooter was located and how he got onto the roof and stuff. So let's watch this.
Gunfire erupted at a campaign rally for former President Donald Trump in Butler, Pennsylvania, Saturday. Trump said a bullet struck him in the ear. Here's how the attack unfolded. President Trump was speaking from a stage located here, with Secret Service snipers in position on the roof of a building behind the stage. The suspected gunman was on the roof of another building less than 450 feet away from where Trump was speaking, with a clear line of sight.
And look what happened to our country.
Moments before the shooting, we can hear nearby spectators saying they see someone with a gun.
He's got a gun!
And that's what's mad. We heard in that interview that people were telling the police and the Secret Service there's someone up there with a gun. And it's like they weren't listening. They were just going, oh, really? And there's even people in the crowd going, he's got a gun.
At the same time,
and this sniper is actually looking at the shooter. So it begs the question, why did the sniper not take the shot sooner? I don't know. Like, so you see him actually take the shot here, but it's weird. Like, just watch.
While Trump speaks, the Secret Service snipers can be seen facing the gunman's direction. We see the agent on the roof pick his head up just before shots ring out at 6:15. Secret Service agent.
Now, it kind of looked like he fired there. I couldn't really tell. I've seen this video in isolation, but watching it now, I can't tell if the sniper actually takes a shot or not, because he looks up and then you hear the shots, and I don't know if one of those shots is his sniper rifle or if all of the shots are from the other guy's rifle, the incel school shooter guy.
Ring out at 6:15.
See, was that the shot? He lifted his head up and then went back down and then done the shot, did he?
Secret Service agents rushed to pull Trump to the ground.
Just noticed as well. Just go back. What's this guy doing here at the bottom? He's just chilling. This is gangster. You gotta admit, you know, it's very, very lucky escape, but all the pictures and memes that are coming out already about Donald Trump, it's going to seal him the election. He's going to win now. If he doesn't win, it's a clear setup. It's a proper alpha moment as well. Like the guy, how old's he? In his 70s, late 70s? Imagine Biden. Biden would like have to be carried out on a stretcher.
As they rush him from the stage, blood can be seen on the bleachers behind where Trump was speaking.
Yeah.
A spectator was killed and 2 more were critically injured at the event.
There he
The
is.
suspected gunman, 20-year-old Thomas Matthew Crooks, was shot and killed.
Yeah, see it in hell. Look, you can just tell straight away. You just tell what type of person he is. Now listen to what he says here. So I don't know if they found this on his phone or if he had this set to release after the incident or something. And I don't want to give him any airtime, but just watch. It's only a few seconds.
It's Thomas Matthew Crooks. I hate Republicans. I hate Trump. And guess what? You got the wrong guy.
And then that's it. So, I mean, people like this just anger me because you're just obviously like a little beta manipulated by other people, listening to other people's opinions, listening to the mainstream media, probably doesn't even know why he hates Trump. And then if you was to ask him, it'll be something that was all made up in his head. But anyway, that brings me to Paul Joseph Watson's video. Big shout out to Paul. If you see my video at all, I'm a big fan. Also, let me just say, guys, if you are just coming across this video on this channel and this is the first introduction to my channel, don't subscribe. If this is the type of content that you are expecting and want to see more of, do not subscribe, okay? I actually cover fighting content. That's like fighting content. I cover sparring breakdowns, UFC, boxing content, as you can see here. See what I mean? It's all fighting UFC stuff. So don't subscribe to me because I'll get a bunch of people subscribing going, oh yeah, I want the daily news. But I don't do it. I'm just doing this more so for me subscribers and because I feel compelled to do so. Let's just watch some of Paul's video a moment.
Ladder placed next to the building. Elon Musk amplified the question of how such an obvious line of sight was not secured, suggesting it was either extreme incompetence or even deliberate. Musk called for the head of the Secret Service and the leader of the security detail to resign. Another Secret Service source called for mass firings or arrests. One eyewitness questioned the slow response, given that members of the crowd were desperately pointing out the shooter to the authorities.
Another thing on the slow response, I thought even just the response of the Secret Service agents getting up to to cover Trump was dead slow. Listen to this guy as well.
Around myself and seen a guy on top of one of the buildings go in between one building to the next, and went and told the officer that he was up there. And when I went back to my spot, I heard that people could still see the person from where they were standing. So I checked that out, and I went back to tell the officer that if he came over there, he could see them.
Trump just carried on talking.
So, like, multiple eyewitnesses have said that they notified police and the Secret Service. And what Paul's suggesting here, I can kind of agree with him pretty much, is the Secret Service dropped the ball. So he says here, why is Trump's torso exposed? Look at this. So it's a woman. Woman in the Secret Service, on my autofocus there. So it's a woman in the Secret Service, obviously in there on a diversity hire, because she's the strongest person for the job, falls over. She exposed Trump's body completely. You're meant to shield the guy. Anyway, so listen to what Paul says here, and I agree with him.
Why is this female Secret Service agent bending down, exposing Trump's entire torso? And look, I know it was chaotic.
Incompetence.
But this is literally what they're trained for. Although it appears that in recent times, some of the Secret Service's resources have been directed to a different priority. Diversity hires.
To expand hiring, they're aiming to have 30% women recruits by 2030, and even allowed YouTube influencer Michelle Carre to train with agents.
But I'm very conscious.
Oh, oh gosh. Have you seen what's happened to the army? The fire service, the police service. So in the army, you're meant to do... I'm sure I've got a few army guys who watch my channel. So comment down below for me, lads. Police, comment down below. Fire service, comment down below. Confirm this for me. They have lowered the standards just so women can get into these careers. So, like, with the army, it's, 10 pull-ups and, is it 20 press-ups? Something like that you've got to be able to do. But I know that they have pretty strict fitness tests for the army. I know that they've lowered them now, specifically for the women. So I don't even think the women have to be able to do one chin-up. They just have to be able to do a dead hang for 10 seconds. So, basically hanging off the bar for 10 seconds. And then they've got to do, 10 press-ups on the knees or something like that. I used to have a lad who worked for me who was in the army. He confirmed all this. I know the fire service is exactly the same. And they actually done a massive study within the military. I think it was a good few years ago now. And it was to measure the efficiency of having women on the front lines. Having women in the military is great in the support roles, in the medic roles and stuff like that. But they actually done a full fleshed out survey, or not a survey, study on how effective it was having women in combat, and it undeniably made the effectiveness worse, because what happens is the women are obviously not physically as strong as men. Women have slower reaction times than men, and that's just an undeniable fact. And then also, if there's a man down, he weighs 80, 90 kilograms, and the woman weighs 55, 60 kilograms, unless she's on the gear, she's not going to be able to carry him over a shoulder, is she? Yet the combat efficiency is worse. But anyway, it's the truth. It's the friggin' truth. Stop hiring people based on these diversity hires. I know this is about Trump, and God bless him. I hope he's okay. I really hope he's okay. But, we need to talk about this as well.
As I sit in this chair now, of making sure that we need to attract diverse candidates.
I mean, I know it's a scare.
Why? Why do we need to attract diverse candidates? Who cares if all the Secret Service are men? White, black, Asian, lesbian, gay, whatever. It doesn't matter, but you need to hire the best people for the job. And look, let's be honest, when we're talking about reaction time, God and the president and shielding them with your life and your physicality, having a 5'2" woman probably isn't the best candidate for the job. Trump's like 6 foot, is he 6'2", 6'3", 6'4"? He's tall, he's a tall fella. And they've got a 5'5" woman shielding him. I mean, they need like 6'2" to 6'6" people to cover Trump. Absolute crazy world that we're living in.
Scary situation. But again, this is literally their job, and she can barely even holster a gun.
Oh my days.
Their job.
Look at this one on the left.
And she can barely even holster a gun.
If only you knew. She wasn't even trying to put it in a holster. She was putting it on the badge. You telling me that this person here is the best person for the job to guard Donald Trump, to guard most likely the next president. This is amazing what Paul talks about here. All credit to Paul on this video. I'm actually going to post this video in the description because he does really good videos. Right here, he talks about how did it get to this point? How did it escalate to this, where someone's literally getting shot? When you actually listen to Trump, like when you listen to him in long format and you listen to what he's saying without any emotion, I don't understand how you can be like, I need to kill him. I need to kill all Republicans. Common sense. Oh my God. Right, now listen to what Paul says. This is amazing here.
Well, what did you think was going to happen when you continually equate someone to Hitler? Hysterically assert that they're a threat to the existence of democracy itself.
He is destructive to our democracy, and he has to be eliminated.
And in the case,
listen to the language. He has to be eliminated.
Case of Biden, literally say it was time to put Trump in the bullseye. Comments that were reported publicly just 6 days ago. How the f*** can you say he's literally Hitler and democracy is on the line, but we wish him a speedy recovery and political violence is never acceptable?
Yeah. They don't go hand in hand, that sentence. How the F can you say he's literally Hitler and democracy is on the line, but we wish him a speedy recovery and political violence is never acceptable? I don't like to get political, but it's just like everyone wants a democracy until it doesn't go their way. That's not how it works, okay? And just because you're on the left does not automatically, by default, mean that you are correct in everything that you say, and that everyone on the right are racist, Hitlers, bigots, and all that. And I'm not even getting political here. I'm just speaking common sense. It's a democracy. Labour have just got in. I don't go crazy about it. If friggin' Rishi would have stayed in, whatever. If Nigel Farage would have got in, sound. But you need to just move on with your friggin' lives. Listen to how people speak about Trump.
This was Nancy Pelosi just a few days ago.
And he must be stopped. He cannot be president.
Steve Scalise.
He must be stopped. He must be stopped. He cannot be president. Why?
He's Brett Kavanaugh and now Donald Trump. What do you think's going to happen when the political class relentlessly pumps this kind of deranged rhetoric into their heads?
I said, no. I said, if we were in high school, I'd take him behind the gym and beat the hell out of him.
I will go and take Trump out tonight.
Too many see the protests as the problem. Please, show me where it says that protests are supposed to be polite and peaceful.
Go to the Hill today. Get up in the face of some Congress people.
And if you see anybody from that cabinet in a restaurant, you get out and you create a crowd. And you push back on them. And you tell them they're not welcome.
Running away from...
because you're voting for Trump, because you're a Trump supporter, you're not welcome. You're not welcome here in America. You're not welcome in the restaurant. This is inciting violence. How does all this get ignored? You know, something gets... let's not get into it.
Welcome!
Running away from Donald Trump. I think you need to go back and punch him in the face.
Yeah, hey, remember that? Who's that comedian that done a picture with Donald Trump's head? Like, what? Imagine if someone on the right did that. Oh, there'd be absolute murder. Oh, they're inciting violence, this and that. Oh, no, but because they're on the left...
In the face.
When they go low, we can...
You know, there needs to be unrest in the streets for as long as there's unrest in our lives.
They're still going to have to go out and put a bullet in Donald Trump, and that's a fact.
What? They're going to have to go out... What?
A bullet in Donald Trump, and that's a fact.
Unrest...
He said that?
In the streets for as long as there's unrest in our lives.
They're still going to have to go out and put a bullet in Donald Trump, and that's a fact.
And their crazed lib viewers brazenly call for it. It didn't even need to be an inside job, a conspiracy. Because they've radicalized enough nut jobs to virtually guarantee it anyway. And they've got the nerve to claim, even after a literal assassination attempt against Trump, that the right wing is the real violent extremist threat.
And then the biggest threat that officials are telling me tonight is in the form of retaliatory violence.
What? The biggest threat is within retaliatory violence. Looking like Skeletor. The biggest threat is within retaliatory violence. How can you say that? Oh my, all the violence comes from that side? What?
Right wing is the real violent extremist threat.
And then the biggest threat that officials are telling me tonight is in the form of retaliatory violence.
You're taking me to exactly what I've been underscoring and is frankly very concerning in the rhetoric we are seeing at this hour already.
The total
Oh my god. The orange grapist has reportedly been shot at one of his hate rallies. Oh, right, okay. Oh dear, how sad. Anyway, bit nippy tonight, isn't it? I mean, you can see where the hate's come from. People have been indoctrinated into this belief that, like, he's some sort of Hitler or anything. And to be honest, I don't think Biden's good. We've all seen the videos of him sniffing kids. There was like a 15-minute compilation that was going around YouTube of Biden saying the N-word, like literally saying the N-word multiple times, a full-on compilation from back in the day. That got quickly deleted when Biden got into power. Like, but I don't get all crazy about it. I need to start killing the president. I'm just like, oh, that's bad, that. And I move on with my life. It's just crazy. So, I mean, one other thing I wanted to show you is 50 Cent right now is killing it on social media. Wait there. He's deleted all his Trump posts. Oh, damn. Okay, so 50 Cent was putting up all Trump posts and that, and it seems like he's deleted it. But in support, clearly in support for Trump, some of the black community and a lot of white people were getting angry. How can someone of the black community support someone like Trump? And then people were firing back saying, how can you be white and sit there and tell black people what to think and do? Anyway, I think, Trump is going to come out better for this. But just crazy, absolutely crazy. I'm wishing him a speedy recovery. And, if this was Biden, I'd probably do the same because this is history right here. So you guys tell me what you think down in the comments down below. A little bit different video today, but I felt I needed to talk about it. And I guess I'll catch you tomorrow. Back to our regular scheduled broadcast, if you like. All right, peace out. See you tomorrow.